Hey there guys, Lord Fidget here with another straight gameplay video. Today I will be doing a lot of ADAMAR'S Sanctum. Straight gameplay is meant to be basically what I normally do when I play KingsRoad, as if I were not recording, except I'm actually recording it. So ADAMAR'S Sanctum is quite a normal thing to be doing on ADAMAR'S Sanctum Day. I am running a 30-minute potion that I picked up off some poor unfortunate boss that got slaughtered. In particular, I'm actually going to be showcasing a run of ADAMAR'S Sanctum that is a little more adapted to the solo farm world. The ADAMAR'S Sanctum tutorial video I uploaded, and many of you have viewed, thank you, you're awesome, is quite party-oriented despite it being run alone. That's because you're leaving things behind, and in a party, those things that you're missing can be kind of picked up by your party members. Or if you're not the fastest one in the party, you can pick them up yourself. What's this? Okay. It's just a little quick guild-wide gold find pull. I'm in the 600s. It's decent, but given the fact that I have been playing since closed beta, it could be better. So, where was I? I was talking about something. Oh yes, the ADAMAR'S Sanctum tutorial video that I have uploaded is really more of a party farming style run, and that's all well and good, especially since ADAMAR'S Sanctum is kind of a party map. But if you are the solo farmer's solo farmer, I will be showcasing a run that is for you. It's going to take a little more coordination. It's going to be a little more involved because there is another skill being used. You might have noticed, Frost Drake. I'll try and talk through at least one or two of these runs so you can get an idea of what I'm doing, as opposed to as opposed to me just kind of running around and you trying to figure out what the heck it is. Granted, I'm doing these runs pretty consistently, so it's not that hard to tell what I'm doing, but all the same, better if I talked through it. I think I'll actually do the talk through on this upcoming run, because I'm quite late in here at the moment. But hopefully it'll be handy for all of you super solo farmy people with very good hand-eye coordination. So, loading into the map. Start off basically the same. Fire Blast on this guy here. Oops. Burst of Light, except this time, Fire Blast them. Teleport up the stairs. Hit the Shroud Summoner. Shroud Summoner again. Cast a Frost Drake. Try to hit those two melees that come running down from the top, and the Frost Drake will shoot the rest of them down. As you come down the stairs, hit that group of barrels. Then hit that other one. Burst of Light, and cast the Flame Armor. Teleport across the bridge. And then the run basically proceeds as normal. What was that? That was only 2 Frost Drake casts. Those 2 Frost Drake casts are pretty much the difference, but on ADAMAR, it actually accounts for a really decent chunk of gold. And it only takes you like 2 more seconds, 1 or 2 more seconds, depending on how fast you're running it and how laggy it is and such. But yeah, it's basically a slightly more complete run for people who don't have party members to sort of back them up. And obviously you'll want to keep using the tutorial run for situations where you are in a party, because it's just more efficient to do it that way. No sense getting absolutely everything if you have other people who can cover what you're missing. So just run the maps. We are currently 5 minutes in. I guess. I suppose just watching a bunch of ADAMAR'S Sanctum runs would get kind of boring unless you were really trying to study the technique here. Yeah. Oops, that was a Frost Drake. Whatever. It probably worked about the same. Just because there weren't very many enemies in the first place. I wonder if I should ignore these jewels. It is only a 30-minute, and I am kind of alone. So... I don't know. I kind of don't want to, which is really a force of habit more than anything. I just... Like, it's also the reason I have trouble with autoplay. The autoplay feature. It's a really nice feature, but whenever I hit the autoplay button, if I don't immediately go off and do something else and I'm just watching my character on autoplay, I just feel the need to take over just because it's so... It's not as fast. For one thing, autoplay can't teleport, which is... Alright, fine. I can see why you wouldn't want autoplay to teleport. But... I don't know. It's just... It has the urge to clear everything, and sometimes if it uses a skill, it'll cancel the skill that you were already using. I've had it actually basic attack and use skills in the middle of Breath of Fire, which is quite entertaining, but obviously not how it's supposed to go. Yeah. Speaking of attacking in the middle of Breath of Fire, I wonder if Rumble would be open to the idea of making a skill rune that allowed you to do that. Kind of like the Knight's skill rune Shadow Whirl, which I believe allows you to cast abilities and fire basics in the middle of Whirl. That would be super cool, actually. I always thought that'd be a cool thing to do, to be able to actually do things in the middle of Breath of Fire. Maybe it's just me. I suppose it would be a little unfeasible. Like, in a real-world scenario, who's actually going to be able to do stuff like teleport in the middle of... well, maybe not teleporting. Summoning that, like all these other fancy animations in the middle of just breathing fire. Teleporting I can kind of see. That's probably not much of a problem. But I don't know. That's just a random chain of thought for people to ponder or dismiss, depending on your prerogative. So yeah, farming galore. And you can kind of see how, after a while, these runs just kind of get ingrained in your system. Like, I'm basically doing this the exact same way every single time. Okay, not the exact same way. The Frost Drake, especially the placement of it, can get a little iffy, just because it gets cast the instant it has basically the instant you hit the hotkey. If you're clicking down, it's going to cast the Drake. So if you don't have your mouse in exactly the right position, you're putting the Drake in the wrong position. And depending on what your goal for the Drake cast is, whether it's to cast the icicle on consumables or to have it spawn and hit enemies, that could be quite bad. Like, if I miscast the Drake here, whatever. Actually, that was a perfect cast of the Drake. So that's probably not the best example. But if I miscast it on these barrels, then I miss out on a barrel, which is bad. But if I miscast it on some enemies, then it's still going to attack the enemies. I might miss one or two by running away too far, but overall, it doesn't really... The Drake has fulfilled its purpose, so to speak. I don't know, just a little musing there. So yeah, this run is a little more involved, but it is better for solo players. And I did actually do all the relevant testing and made sure that getting these enemies is worth the time you spend casting the skills. So actually, unfortunately, you're going to have to take my word for that one. Because I didn't write it all down in a particularly cohesive or presentable manner. Since this is a not terribly interesting topic, I think I'm probably just going to go ahead and cut it off soon, maybe the 15-minute mark. We're currently sitting on around 11 and a half. So let's see. I think this run I think it's actually still under 40 seconds from start of running to hitting the town button. Obviously, there's a little bit more time taken off a potion because the potion starts counting the instant the game thinks you're in the map, as opposed to when you appear in the map on your screen. Which kind of sucks, but that's how it is. So probably I think it's what? It's 42 seconds off a potion or something like that. I'm pretty sure. And then 39 or so seconds from start of running to going to town. But yeah, in those 2 seconds, taking down an extra group of barrels, an extra 4 enemies on the first section, and the extra 5 enemies at the second Shroud Summoner, that is worth those 2 seconds. It's actually a little... I mean, you're not standing still for an entire second when you cast Fire Blast, I don't think. Maybe when you cast the Drake. I'm pretty sure it's actually a fraction of us. Oh, but it's... Right, there's 3 extra casts. An extra Fire Blast cast and 2 Drake casts. Sorry, I thought there were only 2 extra casts for a second there. That's why I was musing about why 2 casts would take up 2 whole seconds, when I'm pretty sure the casts don't take a second in themselves. If I lost anyone just there, I apologize. But I think I've got about 2 more runs before I have to close this down. So let's make them count, shall we? Oh, one comment I guess I could make. On that Drake cast that I just did, if you're not comfortable putting the Drake directly on the crates and barrels, you can put it off the edge of the map, and it'll the game will kind of push it. I'll show you. Let me just get in here. And, oh, messed up. Whatever. This is the last run. I don't care. Oh no, I missed 4 barrels. Let's see. Like right there. Like I cast it slightly off the map and the game kind of pulled the Drake back into line. So I guess those were the runs, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next video.